Hello, good morning, and this is Aidan from London on Wednesday the 16th of May. It is coming up to 8 p.m. in London and 1 hour before US markets shut. And we start with the dear old Dow. Oh, again, just a word of advice. These videos are filmed in high definition. So if you wish, you can increase quality to 1080 pixels per square inch, which I strongly suggest you do. So here is the dear old Dow, and it is one of the most bullish looking indices out there. And Dow surprisingly has quite a lot of technical information to give usually. The reason why it's the most bullish index out there is because here on the 1st of May after the ISM it made a new high where my mouse pointer is, which exceeded the April high. And I think it probably is just about the only index to have done so. Nasdaq, S&P, and certainly Europeans and global indices have not done that. So, and because this high was made in a three-wave move, A, B, C, I deem this to be an irregular B wave, and this therefore to be a C wave of overall and irregular correction, A, B, and C. If this is correct, then this C wave is done. Either yesterday's low, or it could possibly dribble to 126 on the DIA, the spider, or 12,600. I don't think it's likely, but you know, it could. Who cares, really? Targets for the Dow remain new highs above 13,300. So that's sort of about 1,000 points if we go to 13,600. Certainly quite unexpected, I think, by a lot of people. I'm just going to label this on an hourly chart. Should probably go down into 15 minutes. And my confidence in this pattern is very, very, very high. And we would go with a 1, a 2, and then a 3, a very neat 4. So then we have a little sort of 1 somewhere here, 2, vertical drops are usually 3s, then we have a flat 4 correction right here, and finally yesterday we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down in a wave 5 position, so I'm just going to put a little 5 here, which gives us the 5th wave. And squash it slightly like that. So there you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There can be some argument that this 4th wave is too big with the 2nd wave. Some eliticians actually prefer massive alteration. I do appreciate that it doesn't look particularly nice. Certainly doesn't look as nice as the 3rd wave over here, but I'm quite happy with it. So long as the low of yesterday, Tuesday, holds on the Dow, I am counting a 5-wave rally here, can be seen on junior timeframes, and an A, B, C correction. So just now is a very good entry point into long Dow, and your target is at least 12,900 and very likely 13,300. So that's the Dow. The next one we have is the SPY spider. Now this one is making a new low over here, and you could claim that the rest of the count is the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have a 1, disregard this spike, it's my data feed, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this doesn't make a new high, whereas on the Dow it does, so you have an ending diagonal, A, B, C, D, and E, so that's, you know, very reasonable, also quite pretty in a sense. And for practical trading, you'd probably start buying it on penetration of this trend line with again a stop at the lows. I quite like analyzing the Russell 2000 here on the IWM spider. Again, just because not a lot of people follow it, it is quite a good one for us to follow. And the Russell provided a fantastically clear signal back in April when we had a perfect 5 down here and a perfect 3 up to sell right there before very big declines. And again, I provided a perfect signal here at the 1st of May high following an A, B, and a C flat correction. So right now it's also signaling. First of all, what it is showing you is declining rate of descent, or a classic technical analysis wedge formation. Pretty stunning, I think. Obviously, by the time it comes out of the wedge over here, Elliott-Eshens will be long, and we're heading also to new highs, I believe. Same here, 1, 2, wave 3 ending right here on the 7th of May, wave 4 on the 11th of May, and since then 1, 2, 3, 4, and the wave 5 this afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. So also quite a bullish looking picture here on the IWM. Of course, you would not think anything bullish if you follow the news flow, which is resoundingly bearish. I, as you know, really do like European stock indices, but lately they have been particularly confusing, which is why I shifted onto the the Americans. So here we go with the EUROSTOXX, normally a very clean index, a very, very clean index indeed. And what we have here obviously is a clear wave 1, 2, wave 3, here wave 4, and since then, I'm going to go into an hourly chart, we have had overlap upon overlap upon overlap. So look at this, just total overlap. Everything overlaps all of the time, which tells me that this is a diagonal developing, and diagonals are notoriously difficult to pinpoint, the end of the diagonals, that is. So really all we have to look for is a 5 up and a 3 down, and if that happens then we're long, and if it doesn't happen then we can't be long. You could say that this is a wave A of a diagonal, wave B of a diagonal, now we've had a wave C of a diagonal. We're going to go up to maybe 2,200 or so. So another 50 points, about 2.5%. And then we're going to go down again in a C of a the fifth wave of a diagonal, possibly ending on Friday or Monday. So I'm just going to draw that, so something like that. And then something like this. And an end here. That would be quite a fitting end across here, and not to exceed these levels here. That is certainly a possibility, and it will also let this kind of up move will let Americans really move higher, and this would coincide with a correction down in American indices. And the next one is also from the European space, the DAX. The DAX is much stronger relative to other European indices, unsurprisingly. The German DAX, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, and a wave 5 unfolding. Principally, let's look at the wave 5, and we have possibly a wave 1, possibly a wave 2, possibly a wave 3, or even 3. 4 ended here. And now we're going to go into diagonal 5th down. So far we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 possibly. So we need a 5. It's quite likely, I think, that we will, we certainly could just sort of do something like that and then rally. Or something like that, drop, and then rally. The key takeaway is that we are definitely bottoming, we are not topping. I do not think that we're going to have an end of the world scenario that a lot of people are forecasting. And the last but one chart is the US long bond. There we have it. Let's just move off the logarithmic chart scale. And what a beauty the US long bond is. What an absolute stunning chart pattern. US 30-year bond future, it's not a 15-minute chart by the way, it's an hourly chart. Let's take that away. So we have a fantastic wave 1, perfect wave 2, perfect wave 3, perfect wave 4, not quite perfect, but a wave 4. And since then, quite a neat unfolding wave 5. Wave 1 of 5, wave 2 of 5, wave 3 of 5, wave 4 of 5, and wave 5 of 5 developing from here. So if we look at the wave 5 of 5 on a 15-minute chart, we will see that it is very close to finishing. So we have a, that would be the wave 4 of 5, and we are having we've had wave 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Wait, sorry, 3 of 5, 4, 5, and now unfolding waves 1, 2, 3, possibly some sort of piddling here, and 5. So 5 of 5 here would be ideal. So yes, we can also probably wander around here for the rest of the day, maybe tomorrow, spike higher, maybe there'll be some very bearish news, and down, 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 down we go. And the final chart for today would be a individual stock chart of ING. It is one of the larger presences in the EUROSTOXX index, and I believe a very, very technical chart. ING is a Dutch bank, and we go logarithmic for that, and here we have the lovely, 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 lovely wave patterns. So we have a lovely 1, a lovely 2, a lovely 3, or possibly 3 here, 4, and since the end of April we are having a wave 5. On an hourly chart, here is the wave 5. In fact, let me label that now. This is 1 of 5. This would be 2 of 5. This would be 3 of 5. A, B, C. In fact, let me label that A, B, C. This is 4 of 5. And the fifth wave is quite a beauty here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and very possibly 5 here, right at the end to finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 of 5. In fact, it's so perfect that we can go into a 15-minute chart and look how it unfolds. Wave 1, A, B, C, 2, 3 down, 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really neat. And from then on, we're beginning a big ascent. Now for ING, I believe that we're going to go as high as 6 or possibly even 7. And that, of course, is a massive, massive rally for the European banking sector. Thank you very much for listening. I will hope that you found it useful. And let me try and finish the broadcast now. Bye-bye.